Hey, welcome to the channel. We're a family of 4 from Perth and we've sold up for the trip of a lifetime around Australia.
These are the creek inlets that you get all along the beach here on Fraser Island. They can sneak up on you really, really quickly. Now, if I was to go through here at full speed, I'd probably do some damage.
A very unmanly inflatable.
Oh, watch my head.
We could see a van sort of stranded on the beach ahead of us, and we stopped to help. And what had actually happened was their hitch had disconnected their van, so the van went. So we're heading slightly further south, but still close enough to do a lot of the western island and south as well. So we're heading to a place called Eli Creek, or near Eli Creek. There's a couple of campsites there. Now, when we first scoped out Fraser, it said these places were not suitable for caravans, or they weren't listed as suitable. But as we drove past, we actually saw a van parked up and we thought, brilliant, that's going to work for us. So that's the goal this morning. We're going to head there because, you know, we love the idea of camping kind of on the beach. We've timed it to hit just before low tide this morning, so hopefully it's going to work well. Kate can help navigate me out of here, and yeah.
And then we can make coffee and breakfast.
Yes.
It's really early.
Let's do it.
We don't need a reason why we just can't. I wish I could stop time. Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while?
What a morning.
We made it to camp, but look at this spot we've got. Absolutely beautiful. But it wasn't the smoothest of sailings getting here. We actually allowed quite a bit of time with the tides.
We were up very early.
Up early, and we actually caught up with a couple of people at Cathedrals, lovely couple. They were camping there for a few nights. They set off probably about 10 minutes ahead of us, and we could see a van sort of stranded on the beach ahead of us, and we stopped to help. And what had actually happened was their hitch had disconnected their van, so the van went thankfully into the chains. That's why I always cross the chains. But you could see it was dragging all the way up the beach, so they were stuck and they were trying to sort it out. But I don't know, for whatever reason that failed, but there was a lot of sand and grit and all sorts of stuff in it. So the first thing we're trying to do is get the two things reconnected. That was a problem because they're now on different angles. So what we ended up doing is digging some sand behind the rear tires on his car and letting a bit of pressure out, and we're able to reconnect. But we actually took the whole E34 hitch mechanism apart, and I think it's actually faulty. Something's happened, or maybe it's got damaged, not sure. But we were able to get it in safely and get the slide pin into place, and we bolted it on so it's not moving anywhere.
It wasn't locking, was it?
No, it wasn't locking. So if I'll show you here on ours, you've got a little pin here that you press to activate. So when you press that and you're connected, it slides forward, and then you're locked on. And to lock off, you press it and slide. So now I can raise that off the van, basically. His wasn't moving anywhere, so we had to undo these 3 bolts here, clean it all out because there's a whole lot of sand in there, and then sort of hammer that pin forward and then bolt those on permanently so that he can get off the beach safely. And he's going to have to buy a new unit when he gets to the mainland. But it took us a while to work it all out and what was going to be the safest way. You know, do you jack? So he had some blocks. Do we jack up the van? But then, yeah, you've got sand which moves. So always pick the path of the safest path if you're doing anything like that. If the car is higher than the van and you need to connect, it's always easier to dig some sand out behind the car and lower it that way. It's a lot safer. So just a little tip for us. We had to do that in Perlubi Beach as well, where we struggled to hitch, and we had to do that approach, and it worked really, really well. Yeah, always be safe, and always allow extra time with the tides. So we had a bit of a buffer there, but that took about an hour to sort out on the beach this morning. So thankfully we had enough time to drive to camp, and hopefully they can make their barge this morning. If not, they might be camping up in a nice beach spot like us for a night, so they might be back. But yeah, eventful morning, but that's all part of it when you off-road. All right, Max is on scramble duty, and we've got bacon, fried eggs, bit of a feast. After that morning, we needed a good cook up. We had no breakfast this morning, no coffee, but check out this. We came back to a battery
with only 50%. So I don't know, we must have had a power outage at camp. So, oh my gosh, we thought we'd come to camp fully loaded, fully charged, but...
Well, we did charge everything last night. We had to
Yeah.
charge first.
We did, but unfortunately we were just draining our battery, so yes, must have been a trip or something. So yeah, but at least we've got water, that's all good. Got a nice spot here. Not sure what we're going to do today, to be honest, but Eli Creek is not too far, pretty keen to check that out, but it is pretty cold today, so that may be a tomorrow thing.
But lesson learned, don't go out without coffee or breakfast.
Yeah.
Like this morning.
Yeah, and
because things can change.
And I got sand in my hair, sand in my ears, sand everywhere from helping the gentleman before, but all good. Not sure if you can see in the distance, but we're eating our dinner, listening to the sound of the waves. Bit of a busy morning, ended up being a pretty quiet afternoon. So yeah, we just bunkered down today, enjoyed the view, and hopefully tomorrow will be a bit of a sightseeing day.
How beautiful is that, guys? People are driving along the beach in the water.
In the salt water. Yeah, smart move there by these guys. They're a bit risky going through the rocks there. It's like basically salt water that they'd be driving into belly deep. But there is a bypass here that you can go around. This is the one we took the van on the other day. Quick stop at the town called Eurong, which is about 30 minutes drive or so from camp, heading south. We're actually going to try and get to Lake Mackenzie today. We've just quickly stocked up on some bread. Kate's managed to grab a proper coffee, so that's quite nice.
$13 for bread and one packet of rice.
Pretty expensive, but you expect that on an island.
$20 with a coffee.
Yeah, priorities. Guys, it is still pretty overcast. We had a very wet, windy night, but you know, we're only going to be here another day or so, so we need to maximise our time on the island irrespective. We were thinking maybe even going to Eli Creek and having a swim, but we'll just have to see. It is pretty chilly today, isn't it?
I think Mark's going to be swimming.
Solo. But it's all good. I mean, we're lucky. We're pre-school holidays here, so it's actually pretty quiet still on the island, but that will all change in a few days' time, so when the school holidays begin.
So back to Dingo area?
Yep, we've crossed the electric bridge. Oh, we've got some sort of a four-wheel drive bus coming, so we'll have to move over. Here we go. Off to find Lake Mackenzie. Alright guys, we've made it to Lake Mackenzie. Just walking down now. They provide you with these blue pieces of PVC as a deterrent to dingoes, because it is quite an area prone to dingoes. You're not allowed to bring food down to the waterline as well.
There's a picnic area for food though.
Yeah, only water. There is a picnic area which is actually fenced off from dingoes, which is good. But yeah, there have been a few aggressive dingoes in this area, so just something to be aware of. But yeah, looking forward to it.
If our love was measured in miles, it would span the ocean wide. No, the sun would never rise to find the end of us. If our love was written in words, it would overflow 1,000 lines. There could never be a story told to find the end of us.
We've made it to Kingfisher Bay on the western part of the island. That was today's goal, to come across. We've obviously gone via Lake Mackenzie. Wow, beautiful drive there through the forest. Absolutely beautiful. The water was pretty chilly, but once you get in there, it was really nice. So clear, the water there. Reminded me of like a place like Esperance in Western Australia. So beautiful. We do need to keep a bit of a watch on the tides. It's closing on 1:30 in the afternoon now. We've got a reasonable drive to get back through the inland tracks to the eastern side of the island, then back up the beach to camp. High tide is at 4:30 p.m. today. Definitely getting a sense of why people love Fraser Island so much. They keep coming back year after year. I think in the future I'd love to come back maybe with a swag or a rooftop tent, just for a different type of experience as well.
Word on camera. I had my window down. I was about to stick it out.
Needed a wash. I've got no windscreen wiper or water left, so...
Matt's like, can you record this? And I'm like, I hit record and put the window down, and then all of a sudden you go through a big puddle. Nice of you.
That is salt water, so I don't want to go fast on that one. So you can see out here, it's pretty choppy now. This is the stuff I'm having to drive through. Just got back in time, bucketing down outside at the minute, so we just beat the high tide. So yeah, probably cut that a little bit finer than we would like, but you know, plenty of power in the Ranger, we're all good. Swimming at Lake Mackenzie earlier today, blue skies, and now back at camp, pouring down rain. So yeah, we've had all the seasons at Fraser. Yes.
We were lucky that we had a few hours of sunshine, weren't we?
Yep. But we got back to some distance learning, so Max is getting stuck in, and Izzy's done hers, so she gets to relax.
Oh my God.
That's something you don't see every day, hey?
I know, and that plane was going sideways as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a plane landing outside Eli Creek here. Bit of a side wind coming in, so we had to kind of manipulate these landing. Well done to the pilot. But yeah, so that is the destination for this morning. We've popped down, well, up to Eli Creek from camp for a quick dip. It is a little bit on the chilly side, but you got to do Eli Creek if you're going to come to Fraser Island. So, yep,
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a quick dip now. Soon to hit the end of our trip here on Fraser, which is a little bit sad, but had a great time. But let's get in this water.
We may have cheated.
Compressor to the rescue. So, it's the boys.
Yes.
We have an inflatable.
No, it's a very unmanly inflatable.
It is. This is
It's Mum's.
Yeah, this is Kate's. So we've used it a few times in dams and stuff, but certainly not at Eli Creek. So this will be cool. And he's gone. You must have paddle.
I need redirecting.
That's the way to do Eli Creek. Nice and relaxing. Oh, you're picking up a bit of speed there.
You need to push from there. It's all you. Oh no, redirect! Oh no. This is going horribly long. There you go.
Guys, the famous Eli Creek here on Fraser Island. It's probably not the 30-degree weather that you might see on the videos. But Max and I had to give it a go. Oh, watch my head. Ah, beautiful.
You're gonna get bogged!
Gonna get bogged?
No, you're gonna get bogged!
I'd love to know how deep Eli Creek gets. So if you guys have done it in summer, can you still walk in it?
Be careful of the camera!
So last night here on Fraser Island, got a bit of a mix up here. We've got some chicken palmies with some vegetable.
We cooked the chicken schnitzel different because we're not on power. We didn't use the air fryer, so we grabbed some olive oil, put the schnitzels in a pan, and then cooked it like like that. It tastes nicer though.
Basically pan fried them, which really nice actually. They've crisped up nicely. Kate's done some sort of potatoes. What would you call them? Like
They're squash potatoes. They're meant to go crispy, but it was a bit of a fail with the oven, wasn't it?
We got some
Mind you, that's why we don't use it.
tomato, onion and chorizo.
The scraps of what we've got left.
This is kind of a use your fridge sort of a dinner because we're down to not a lot. So, but it's amazing what you can rustle up with. So yeah, it's good. And the kids always like a good palmy. So
What game are we playing tonight?
Rummy cub.
So we're playing rummy tonight.
Show the box.
for those that haven't played along, this is Rummyo.
What's
Rummy, it's called Rummy.
Why's it got the O then?
I don't know, it's just a Kmart version of Rummy.
Okay.
Rummy Cup. Yeah.
So what's the objective here?
So you need to get rid of all your tokens.
Cards.
You have runs in the same colour or the same number in different colours.
Nice.
You can separate them as well, but there needs to be
Oh yeah,
three.
2 jokers. That can be anything.
2 jokers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you guys have to look away because when I show our cards, you're going to see what they are on the
I'm not
camera.
looking.
Okay. So
Oh my God.
All right.
We've played this a few times. Izzy is a bit of a gun at it.
Yeah.
So yes, we'll see how we
She
go.
beats me every time.
I'm horrible at
I'm
Rummy.
on the wrong team here.
I'm horrible.
No, you just need practice.
Well, good morning. We had a pretty wet night, didn't we?
Yeah, it was pretty heavy rain, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the wind was howling away. But
Yeah.
yeah, the sun has just decided to come through the clouds, so we thought perfect time to do a quick overview of our stay here. Second camp here on Fraser Island, but it was really good.
Yeah, it was
Enjoyed it.
beautiful, and we've really enjoyed this view as well. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and you're literally just down the beach from Eli Creek, which is obviously a beautiful swimming area. Went there yesterday afternoon, that was great.
Yeah.
And not too far to access some of the inland tracks to see the other side, the western side of the island, which we really enjoyed as well. It was
Yeah,
good.
it's been a great stay.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, for us, first time coming to Fraser, having a mix of like a kind of a more caravan sort of experience, caravan park experience, to then being off-grid was a good thing. Because we got to suss out the area, you know, we've never been to Fraser before. We didn't know if we'd get this van into some of these sort of
Yeah.
places. But, you know, we can certainly tell you that it is possible.
Yeah.
Just be sort of picky about where you go. What's this one for everyone else, Kate?
So this campground is Eli and Gulari, Zone 4. So we actually passed this camp on the way to the first camp that we went to, and we saw some vans here, so we realised that we could actually camp here. But when we were looking at places to stay before we came to the island, we just didn't know, did we, if the van would make it through some of the areas, like how thick the sand would be.
Yeah.
But this spot has been awesome, and it was $7 per adult per night. So with kids, it's about $29 a night.
Yeah. I mean, now doing the island, potentially you could get an off-road van of this size to the western side of the island, but it's just tricky because the tracks are kind of very narrow. They're single vehicle only. Often you find these four-wheel drive buses, don't you, sort of coming through, and then you have to get onto the side of the track to let it through. And if you had a van on the back in that situation, it'd be quite challenging. I do think the eastern side is probably the best place to base yourself if you have a caravan on Fraser. You can still do all the western side. You can still explore the island like we did. Yeah.
That's what we've done.
But yeah, that's just my sort of recommendation. And yeah, you would want an off-road van to be here. The sand, although it is firm in some places, it is very soft in others, and it's super tide dependent. So you could be driving on it one day and the next day it changes completely. So you do want really good suspension, you do want good clearance, and there are areas that you can't actually drive on the beach at certain times and you need to go on the inland tracks around the rocks.
Yeah.
And that can be, you know, a little bit challenging. You know, had our van on some wild angles kind of coming down to camp. But you know, if you have an off-road van and some good clearance on your four-wheel drive, absolutely fine, and you're watching your tides. But definitely, if you don't have an app like Willy Weather or something like that, make sure you're checking the tides daily. They do change dramatically. We've actually had sort of multiple high or low tides in one day, and then other days you just have one low tide. So it does vary. As an example today, low tide is 11 a.m. in the morning. Yesterday it was 8 a.m. So there's a 3-hour difference in time between the two tides. So you really got to watch that. But other than that, it's such a beautiful island to visit. I think in summer with blue skies and no rain every day.
Beautiful.
Oh, you'd be swimming in all the creeks. Lake Mackenzie though, wow, that was so beautiful. We all went in for a dip that day. So clear the water.
It's a little bit chilly, like full disclosure. But yeah, you could see everything in the water. It was beautiful. Yeah, good spot, guys, when it warms up a bit more.
Yeah, so definitely got the bug for Fraser. I think one day I'd love to come back and see maybe a little bit more. It's such a big place. Like, we didn't get everything in a week, but we tried to at least see all sort of sides of the island and the key spots. But yeah, such a beautiful place, guys. So yeah, you have to come if you come through Queensland. There's a lot more creek kind of washouts just to worry about this morning. So if we find one, we'll stop and we'll film it to show you guys. But just something you need to be super conscious of if you're driving on the beach, and particularly with a caravan as well, because it can drop the height of the sand quite drastically very quickly.
You don't see them sometimes.
No.
They sneak up on you.
No, you might have a slight like hill gradient and then they're just there. So you gotta slam the brakes on. So the speed limit here is 80 kilometers, up to 80 kilometers on the beach, but you know, towing, I'm generally not going much above 50. I'm going 54 at the moment. It's a nice flat section, but I won't go any faster than that, just so we can look out for those washouts, make sure we can stop if we need to. So guys, these are the creek inlets that you get all along the beach here on Fraser Island. And they can sneak up on you really, really quickly as well, so you have to really watch yourself. Now, if I was to go through here at full speed, I'd probably do some damage. So you do need to slow down. Generally on low tide, the area closest to the water is going to be the shallowest, but depending on the time of day, you may actually need to go through it. But yeah, just something to be aware of. I'm going to pick this line right here behind us. Bit of a drop, but looks firm enough in the middle. This is hook point, which is the corner that takes you around to the Inskip Ferry barge point. That's the one you really need to watch at tides or what have you. So we're on low tide at the moment, but it's still quite a narrow area. So that's just really one to be aware of. Make sure you time your run and have enough time to get around hook point. But yeah, we can see the barge in the distance over there. It's at Inskip now, so it'll be making its way shortly across.
A bit far away from the camera.
Yep, and then we're heading back to the mainland.
It's very desperate here. We've run out of milk, so that is first on the agenda, the IGA. So we can pull over, pull our coffee machine out and make a coffee.
Yeah, need one.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Made it.
We didn't get bogged at Inskip Point.
Woo!
Okay, we've made it through Inskip Point. Now got to get all the tyres back up to road pressures. We're using actually the JB compressor for this one because it's got an air tank, so it's a lot quicker. We've got a bit to do this morning. We're going to get water, we're going to get food, we're going to get fuel, and we're still going to get to our next camp, which is a couple of hours drive. So it's going to be a busy day, and Max needs to do some schooling and a dump point as well. So better get cracking.
Four-wheel drive underbody protection here in Rainbow Beach, absolutely awesome, really friendly staff as well. So we gave the van and the car a good wash down. They've got a really good underbody chassis cleaner as well. Look, it won't get all the sand off 100%, best to get a hose and get under there yourself, but you know, initially it's good to just get the bulk of it off. Like this was covered in sand everywhere, just so much sand.
And inside the car.
Inside the car, so we've done kind of a quick one just to get the worst of it off. Like, obviously salt is the worst thing you want on a vehicle, so you want to get that off as ASAP, and we'll probably chuck some lanolin under the car as well once it's all dried and clean, just to make sure we don't get any rust. But yeah, good fun. But just wanted to give a shout out here because yeah, very helpful stuff.
We do need to keep one eye on the tides today. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What is it now?
What? We were just lucky we had a few hours of sunlight. Oh, why are you recording me?
Wait. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Just trying to get my mic out.
Yeah.
Smooth sailing.